Hello, UpLevel martial arts community. This is your weekly Uyghur podcast.
Episode 2.
Episode 2.
Here we go.
So, what are we talking about today?
Today we're going to talk about flowers. No, not really. Let's talk about what's been challenging during this time. And maybe we'll just kind of start personally. What's been the hardest part about quarantine or everything that's gone down for you?
If I were to be really surface level, I would say not being able to go to the gym. I find I find that I'm not as motivated to work out when I don't have a gym to go to.
Interesting.
Yeah, just personally. Because I'm like, my goal is like, I need to put on some meat on these bones, you know?
I know you were all thinking the same thing. I'm
You're
not
wrong.
sure why he's still wearing tank tops.
I honestly don't either. I should really switch my wardrobe over. No, but seriously, like I get very motivated by external sources a lot of time. Not that it doesn't come internally, but like I get to go somewhere. I get to go like do something. And the gym was always really inspiring me to do that. So I really liked working at the gym. But now those are closed. I'm kind of like, I gotta like kind of find a new motivation, find a new place to go and work out.
Okay.
Things like that. It's like really push myself to go hard. Yeah. What about for you?
What's been the hardest thing for me personally?
Yes.
What's been the hardest thing for me personally? You'd think I would have thought about this more before we push record. Yeah, it's been really interesting because probably the hardest thing would be my concern for the students and staff during this time. I don't really feel like me. This guy just came directly through all of the cars at an angle through the parking lot. I do not think that's illegal. Sorry. I don't feel like for me personally.
One of the things that is challenging is this focus. We should really work on
it. It has really been detrimental to my level of focus. I don't feel like for me personally it's been that tough. But I feel like I'm really lucky in that way. And I'm definitely not saying like, oh, it shouldn't be hard for people. I think I've been able to have the support and stability where it's not tough, really personally for me. But definitely the bigger thing that's been concerning is maybe, yeah, like how students are doing and then just staff and like keeping them paid and that kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Trying to think of anything else personally. Yeah, what's been the most enjoyable part about?
The most enjoyable part?
Yes.
Well, I can tell you that it's made me appreciate being in the school teaching classes, for sure. It was like a Saturday morning, I was on Zoom and I was like, I wish I could just be in the school, like actually being in front of these people. So that was a good like perspective for me. The most enjoyable part is my schedule. It's interesting, my schedule's become much more like busy, but it's not like focused busy. It's like I can incorporate different things. So like normally I'd be at the school and I would be teaching for 5 hours and like I got time for nothing else. And now it's like I work all day, but I have some more times in between to like do other things I need to do or to eat food.
Sure. Like so instead of having like a focused block of time for, let's say, UpLevel time, it's now just more like sporadic.
And I still have that focused UpLevel time, but it just has more breaks in between and things like that, which I enjoy. I like that. That's been fun.
Sure.
Most enjoyable part for you?
Probably sleeping in.
Jimmy likes to sleep.
I feel like normally before this, I feel like I would have one day a week where I could not set my alarm and be like, yes, this is my day of the week I can sleep in. And now it's at least half of the days that I don't have to set an alarm.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Normally it's just the days when Mr. Sam Uyghur calls an early Zoom meeting. Like everyone on, staff meeting this time.
7 a.m.
It's not early. And then it's like, oh shoot, I'm gonna have to set an alarm for this.
Set an alarm for 12, so we're off, isn't it?
It's not 12.
It's not 12.
We won't tell them. It's somewhere between 7 a.m. and 12 noon. But what's been the hardest part professionally or like UpLevel wise with this challenge?
Yeah, I think fear for like, there's always a lot of businesses are having to cut back on expenses and cut back on employees. And I think that's a scary time for everyone. I think it's a scary time for everyone, especially maybe someone who's in a smaller company and things like that. So
you're saying you're concerned if you're going to get paid?
I'm concerned if I'm going to get paid or not. Yeah, that and not being able to see my students and knowing that there are some students out there that that I've reached out to multiple times and maybe haven't heard anything back during this time. And I'm like, they were so good. They were so consistent. They were working so hard. And I just like hope when things get back to normal that they can come back with the same vengeance they left with.
Vengeance.
Vengeance.